us? I don't think he can hear us yet. All right, Andy, we're ready.
Our last meeting.
I was in communication with an individual who wanted to speak at the meeting, but then the conversation dropped off. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Jake, you want to talk a little?
So for old business, we have 5 properties for rescind and blight. The first 2 properties are total rehabs, 717, 19 West 5th Street. It passed all trade inspections, all permits were obtained, and the rescind inspection was done on March 19th. The other rehab is 2716. Oh, this is, yeah, here we go. This is West 5th.
All in favor?
Aye. Aaron, I can hear you, but I can't hear Jake.
Yeah, the mics aren't connected to Zoom, so you can hear me on my phone.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Who made the motion?
I made the motion and David second.
All right. Okay. New business?
For new business, we have 5 properties for declaration of blight. We'll start with 2209 Parade Street. This property was purchased by the current owner at tax sale in February of 2019. The property has been vacant since it was purchased, and they're behind 3 years in taxes, 23, 24, and 25, for just under $2,500. There are currently no utilities at the property that I'm aware of. We've got a case history with 9 cases dating back to 2004. We have 4 cases with the current owner. There was 5 notice of violations sent to the current owner. Those notices were sent in June of 21, September of 21, October of 23, July of 24, and then with the most recent notice being sent last month was a repair and demo order that I issued myself. Now, after I issued the repair and demo order, the owner contacted me directly, and I have been working with this owner to obtain all the permits that he needs to make the property habitable. The owner has been very proactive. He's been all over it. As you can see, that is a newer roof installed on the property. That was installed before there was a halt in the progress when he actually acquired the property in 2019. So I'm asking the committee for the blight declaration based on the history of the property and as a coverall in case his project falls through. The interior of the structure does need entirely remodeled, but I look forward to presenting this to the committee for rescind once the owner does everything.
So,
Aaron, do you want to take over?
Sure. Motion to blight?
I'll make a
Rich?
motion.
I'll make the motion.
I have a second, but a question. So,
Okay.
putting this in this blight process would just encourage the owner to keep it moving, right?
Correct, and it assures us that it's going to get corrected, and if it doesn't get corrected, then if the property is sold, we have the blight declaration and we can move forward because we have the blight declaration. I had explained to the owner when he came to me that I was going to blight the property, but that did not hinder him from rehabbing the property and having it rescinded. I mean, if he gets it done by next month, I'll have it up here to be rescinded next month.
That would be great. Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, 451 East Fifth Street. Jake?
Okay, this property was acquired by a quitclaim deed, and the current owner is actually the previous owner's son. This property is vacant. They are behind 23, 24, and 25 taxes for just under $2,200. To my knowledge, there's no active utilities. The water has been shut off since March 17th of this year. We've got quite an extensive case history with this property. We've got 13 cases dating back to 2009. We have 3 notice of violations that have been sent to the current owner, but 12 notices sent all time. The most current notices were sent in 2020, March of 2020, June of 24, October of 24, and last month of this year. With no response from the owner. The previous owner, who is the father of the current owner, was cited 3 times, was found guilty 3 times. There's just been no progress. Now, this property is half gutted. I did have to go into this property because we had calls about trespassers inside the property, so we did have to go in. The property is now secured, but there's been no progress from the owner.
All right. Motion to blight?
I will.
David?
I'll second.
Andy, second.
All in
All in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
All right, motion carries.
339 East 26th Street.
Okay, 339 East 26th Street has been with the current owner since 2004. This property is vacant, and it was previously occupied by the owner's brother. They are overdue in taxes for 24 and 25 for just over $1,400. There has not been an active water service at this property since May of 2015. So the previous occupant was living there without running water. We've got 4 case histories dating back to 2005, right after the current owner took ownership. The most recent cases include 5 notices in the last year to the current owner with no response. There was a citation filed against the owner, and the owner appeared in court earlier this month, and the court had given the owner a 6-month extension to figure out what the owner is going to do with the property. Considering there's been no running water since 2015 and the owner has no idea what they're going to do with it, I'm asking the committee to blight the property. And when I was there and I posted the repair a demo order, the door was just ajar, and from what I could see just through the crack in the door, it appeared that it could be a hoarding situation. So the interior of the structure, we're not confident that it's going to be savable.
Do I have a motion to blight?
I'll make a motion to blight.
owned by an out-of-state owner. It was purchased at tax sale last year. It's been vacant, according to our code enforcement records, it's been vacant since 2017. They're overdue in taxes for 24 and 25 for just under $1,400. There's inactive fuel, inactive electric, but surprisingly there is an active water service at the structure. We've got 8 cases, with 2 cases with the current owner. There's 9 notice of violations sent all time, but we've got 3 with this current owner, and we've had 0 response. The cases that we've recently sent were June of 21, November of 23, December of 23, May of 24, February of 25 with no response, and I also issued a repair demo order last month and have heard nothing. We've got multiple